Welcome to Business Unblocked. I am Oriane Crest. In this episode, we're going to talk about the real reason why brokers run out of listings. And it is not what you think. So every week, we're going to dive deep into one industry, and I'm going to share the myths about marketing in this industry and how to make sure that you keep on growing and scaling. So, for brokers, for most brokers, getting leads consistently is very difficult. It's highly reliant on other people. And it's a channel that you don't control. You get most of your leads through referrals and other people, and it's based on the decision to send you business. So it does feel like you have some months that are much more difficult than others, and it looks like it's a marketing issue when it's just so much deeper than that. So here is how to fix it. Here is how to get listings in a consistent basis, months after months, regardless how many people send you listings or not. And the real power of marketing is to be fully independent of other people and referrals. Referrals should only be seen as a bonus, unfortunately, in the brokerage industry as a whole. That is how most brokerage survive. So, first, the myth. Myth number one: I need more marketing visibility. That doesn't fix a seller supply problem. That is always what every single business think. I need more marketing. And then they stop spending money on ads. But nothing on the back end is done correctly. So guess what? The ads don't work. Same for the content on social media. Then, next myth: I need more referral partners. That is still not a system. That is fully based on luck. Even if you have more referral partners and you 10x that, that is still based fully on luck. There'll be months where you'll have a lot more referrals than others. And what do you do in those bad months? Again, I need more marketing. And next myth, third myth: I just need to close faster. But all that makes you do is burn through your pipeline faster, not close more deals. The real problem is upstream, not finding sellers before they're even ready to list, because then you will run into the same issue over and over. Before we go into how to solve this major issue with brokerage, I want to talk about the patterns in this industry because it's a very specific industry. And yes, there are some of the marketing issues that you'll find in all industries, but there are some that are just really for brokers. The first pattern is that a lot of sellers, so people who are ready to sell their business, are already talking to like two or three brokerage by the time they get to you. Which obviously by that time they're a lot more exigent and they have a lot of rules and a lot of expectations that need to be met, and you are competing with other brokerage, which is not something that obviously you want or that anyone will want. Or then it's a great listing that went to whoever brokerage, and honestly, it's just because they happen to be in the room when that person decided to sell. And then you have at the opposite the 60-year-old man who has been ready to retire for 2 years. But no one has even asked him. No one has even contacted him or reached out to even find that out. You're not losing deals because you're bad at your job. You're losing them before you even know that they actually exist. So those are just a few patterns that, are recurrent with brokers. And now I want to talk about how to fix it all. How to really get leads consistently, months after months, without spending a ton of money on advertising or doing any of these things. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of ways that really need to be implemented right away, and you will see a difference in results instantly, as I have done for a lot of my brokers clients. Okay, so do strategies work really well. Make sure to pay attention, and I'm just going to give you a few things again that you should adapt based on your brokerage and your demographic and where you're located, etc., and make them your own right away, because this is really going to change your brokerage. So, number one, forget about networking. Okay, we're done with networking. You need a system that's going to find leads based on the exact demographics that you want: geography, age, business industry, before they have talked to anyone else. Okay, you need this system in place. And yes, this system exists. There are lots of things you can do with AI that I've done for my clients, where you can fully build automations that will find people and exactly owners that want to sell within your audience, that match your perfect persona and your perfect audience, which is different, obviously, based on the brokerage. And as well, there are steps to that. It's not like you're going to just knock on doors or keep on calling people until they answer and say yes. Okay, you need to take the right steps and the right marketing approach from awareness into closing them as a lead ready to sell. And those systems will reach the owners consistently. You won't be the third conversation, you'll be the first, which is again what you want as a brokerage. Your success is based on when do you get to talk to the owner. The system that you want in place to find the right leads for you with AI is not just a system that includes AI. It works through many different channels. It works through content, so marketing on different social media platforms. It works with advertising, but not those channels isolated. They all work together with very powerful AI automations you want to put in place, like AI calls and a lot of others, to make sure you reach to the right person, but not because you keep calling them or you keep texting them. Those strategies don't work. They ignore you once, they will ignore again. You want really something that takes them from one step to the next and fast via different touches. So these are different touch points across multiple channels that are acting together at the same time, and are acting together based on the lead responses, based on what they are clicking on, what they are not clicking on, what are they responding to, what are they not responding to, what they need to see at that present moment in order to really educate them and get them to become a listing. And that is specific to each buyer. The problem with brokers is that they see all business owners almost as exactly the same, even if the purchase price of their business is different, but then the rest is the same. They see them as exactly the same thing. They all need the same letter that is being sent by mail, or the same email, or the same conversation, and they don't. They are all at such different step in literally the buyer journey. So they are each at such different step in their selling journey. Some are not even thought about it. Some don't even know what that looks like. Some think you're going to take their business, they'll be left out with nothing. And everybody is different. Like, some think that they can't really make any money from it and don't understand the money that they can make from it. So therefore, they're going to tell you no. So there's just so many different steps through different channels that need to be put in place with AI. AI is the critical point. Without AI, none of this would be possible. I can tell you already, if we were 2 years ago, before really AI exploded with AI automations, those things could not have worked. They could not have been put in place. There are too many moving parts, and then that play together, and then each buyer profile or seller profile, and then each seller profile is so different, and it's something that only AI can analyze, understand, so that they put each seller into the right box that then AI will respond to and will send the right touch points in order to get that person as a client and get their listing. So it is really not something that would have been possible before, like the AI revolution, but it is possible now, and very few brokers actually do it. And the reason why I know that is that I am also in business acquisition. So I have had marketing agencies for 10 years, and about 6 months plus ago, I started in business acquisition. And I realized how very little people knew about getting leads because I was looking to find my own leads. And so I started talking to brokers, and it was always the same conversation. And I saw that they were doing business like all the same, that they will go about getting you as a buyer as they will to get someone as a seller. It was the same exact conversation, same question, same process. And that is just not optimal at all, nor something that moves fast. And they are missing out on so much business. I saw this right away. So I start putting a process in place to get my own leads outside from brokers and to get my own business leads. So acting like as a broker, basically. And I will put in place my full dashboard, all of my AI automations to reach out to businesses that know are not listed and are not looking to sell before they talk to me. And then I started getting all of those leads, all of those businesses looking to sell through all of my automations and AI touch points that I worked on for months to establish it, because I realized that with brokers, it's just going to limit me for some businesses. So I know what I'm talking about because I have done it for myself. I'm in business acquisition. I know exactly the steps. I know what brokers go through because I had to do it. I had to find those leads, and I had to find a way that was not available yet. A way that no one talks about, that is not anywhere online or YouTube if you Google it. I had to find a way to get owners that are looking to sell. And not just by doing cold calling and calling like 100 people a day, or not by sending 100 letters a day either. I was like, those are the old ways. Does not work. It works with like such a small percentage of people. You'll have to make so many calls, and you'll have to send so many letters, maybe sometimes for months and months and months and months, or years before someone is even interested. I was like, sorry, doesn't work for me. This was before AI. I'm an AI expert. I'm going to put all of this in place. So I worked honestly for months putting together an amazing AI system that will find me leads that, yes, are cool, don't want to sell. And then once they go through all of my touch points that my AI system set up based on the exact seller profile, then by the time they're done with it, they will say yes. And that's how I got so many leads. And that's how really this took off. And then I decided to refocus on my marketing agency. And I was like, I can sell this to brokers. This is amazing. Nobody's doing that. I was talking to so many brokers, and the way they were getting leads, they all still do it the old way. And I was like, you should not be doing this. And so then I started selling this to brokers as well. And now here I am recording this podcast. But what I'm going to tell you is that a lot of businesses in the US still operate via old business rules when it comes to marketing. They're still about cold calling, sending letters, sending things in the mail, doing all those things that barely even worked back then. They will work again. Like maybe you'll get to talk to one interested person among like 1,000 of them that are hanging up on you and not interested. Same for the letters. Maybe you'll get one person every 6 months that will respond to your letter or something you sent in the mail. And I was like, now we should not have to go through this anymore. This is the new age. This is the AI revolution. I know how to do this. I'm going to figure this out. And boom, it happened. So just to say, you should not be stuck as well in your own ways of doing marketing. That was just so hard. I mean, it's so hard to get listings where you have to be fully reliant on referral. Now it has changed with AI. There are only possibilities and opportunities when you know how it works, but never focus on just one channel. Those are many channels put together with many touch points that vary based on the buyer profile. And those are very, very precise, literally based on what someone looked at or clicked or not clicked or sent or not sent, etc. They go through the steps in the journey. So if you don't know how to put an AI system together to get leads on demand without relying on referrals, make sure to get someone that can do it for you. You can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or to my website. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week on the next episode about med spas. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.